Greeting, family. Greeting from the Omziel Healing Sanctuary. This is the Art of. Sorry for the delay, and there's a few hiccups going on with the technical background. The technical team seems to be off tonight, and I guess it's just me and you, Denzel.
Wow. Coming at you live from Savannah, Georgia. What's up, Omar?
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I'm your host, Omar Garcia of Omziel Healing Sanctuary, and you?
I'm your co-host, Denzel Hill of Under One Sun Creative Consulting. Yes,
That's what's
indeed.
up. Okay, we have some guys that are coming through, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this. Okay. So
Sir.
here we go. Here we go. Here's the first one. All right. Greetings, brothers. Greetings. Greetings.
What's up? What's up? State your name, state your purpose. It's like, nah. What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Grateful to be here. Name's Darian Musiel. Grateful to be in this chat with Omziel team. How you guys doing today?
Excellent. Excellent. And brother Angel, go ahead. Step up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Yeah, can't hear you, bro.
Oh, how's this?
That's good. That's go ahead. Go
Better.
for
So
it.
let's turn this mic off. So my name is Angel. By definition, I guess it means I have a message. I was kind of like a gift and a curse, right? No pressure there.
Mm.
And yeah, man, just happy to have manifested walking by Omar one day, leaving the gym. He's doing his thing. We met there. He showed me the code for the first time, and whoo, I met another layer of myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
Been connected
beautiful.
since.
Awesome.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. So yes, Darian, why don't you jump in and you got about 5 minutes, man. Just go ahead. Give it a whirl.
Go a little
Tell me
bit.
about the year. About
Going
what
on,
last year brought
man.
you. What was the lessons and all that? I'm sorry.
Mr.
Go ahead, Denzel.
Hiciano, Demon. Demon.
Excuse me, guys. Thank you. Yeah, so 2024, man. Wow, it feels like the year flew by, but as I take a few moments to go through all the lessons I've learned, it's been a really full year, for sure. And I'm super grateful for my work with Omziel this year. It brought me closer to a lot of new people, a lot of new relationships, great medicine work, new communities, and I had an especially transformational experience this year with Omziel um, during the international retreat. It was a week, just over a week long, and it just blew my mind. It just helped me learn so much. And actually, what was crazy was it was in Dominican Republic, which is where I'm from, and I hadn't been back home in over 11 years. I hadn't been back to my own country in over 11 years. I hadn't seen my biological father in over 11 years. And I went directly from this men's work that we were doing, this men's retreat, and going so deep into my spirit, so deep into a few different things. And directly from that, going into serving medicine to my own biological father, who I didn't have a relationship with. And then from there, continuing to cultivate a relationship with him and helping him to actually start to transform his own life over the course of the next few weeks that I spent with him in the country. So that was just tremendous. Just a little
Mhm.
bit to start.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you so much. So yeah, why don't you tell me about vision casting, right? In the future, what are you looking forward to? What are you looking towards to manifest and things of that nature?
Mm. What am I looking to manifest?
Mm.
It's that's a beautiful question. Uh, that's a beautiful question. I feel like I, my relationship with God, this life, has brought me into the perfect place. Like I'm in a perfect position. I'm a father, so I'm taking care of my family. I'm taking care of my home. Taking care of my wife. Uh, and what's opened amazing doors for me personally this year has actually been discipline. Um, it's been fully pouring myself into my craft, fully pouring myself into my works, um, and so I've been training. I've been training. I've been living a professional athlete's life as a Brazilian jiu-jitsu athlete, as well as training mixed martial arts. I'm getting anywhere between 7 to 8 sessions, training sessions in a week, if not
Wow.
more, depending on the week. And I'm just really building a lot of skill right now, just becoming a greater warrior and living my life as a martial artist, which is what feels most true to me.
Mm,
Mm.
that's great. That's excellent, man. That's exactly what we want to hear, bro.
Talking my
Thank you.
language.
Of course, I see Angel. He's nodding his head because Angel
Talking my
be on the
language. You
mat
said
like all
jujitsu. I'm
day,
like,
every day.
hey,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
for
what's up,
real.
man.
Yep, yep. Let me, Darian, let me bring you out of the room because there's other people that are waiting too.
For
But
sure.
I do want to tell you that we're very proud of you being a part of OMZL. You know, you are, I think, the only person that I know that can hold space in some of these sacred environments. The only person. I mean, I've sat with many different people and they've helped in different areas, but you are the only person. For some reason, you got that thing, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you. Peace and love. Stay
Thank you
tapped
guys.
in.
Appreciate
Okay.
you.
Of course, brother.
Let's
Bless you,
talk.
brother.
Let's talk some more in a little bit, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, Angel. So we welcoming Toto to the room now because this is the like speed dating over here, you know.
Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, peace. Welcome to the room, brother. But Angel, yes, go ahead, brother. You've got 5 minutes or
Hey, well,
so.
he
Just
he he tiptoed right into a parallel universe that I'm living, specifically through martial arts as well, jujitsu. Really diving into what it feels like to embrace not only physical discomforts but tapping into emotional discomforts. I've had full-on experiences in the past with different plant medicines, and I kid you not, I've had just the same type of eye-opening and interflective experiences on the mats. There's something different about getting choked out by like a grown man and you fending for your life. You know what I mean? And then having to surrender, having to realize the power and stillness, having to realize how sensitive you can make your body to what the other to everything from the person's breath to where their physical body is on your body, right? So martial arts, that's a whole other podcast, and there's so many podcasts on it, but I definitely got to build a bridge between me and that brother. I'd love to connect with him. In
of
terms
course,
of
for
what
real.
I plan to do for 25, it is truly step into authenticity in its purest form. I think that I speak for a lot of, and I'm going to use the term chosen ones, at least those who have an awareness of self,
Mhm.
that if you've been putting the time in, you feel like you could walk with your chest out right now, because it almost feels like your ticket is being called, like the time of mastery, right? The time, right? You feel what I'm saying? Like the time you put into yourself over the years, we cash in a check in 2025. Like evil is pretty much dancing on TikTok videos. Like we got everything from extremes of like lap dance to dark figures on music videos to literal hell in some countries, right? And so, what's the answer? Is the answer silence? Is the answer distraction? Is the answer authenticity? Is the answer leadership? Like Omar, I take my hat off to you, and I sent you a message yesterday. You are a leader in this space. This what you're doing is something that the inner child in me always wants to do, but not having guidance, not having the ability to see someone else do it. Like you're light set in that way, like a lighthouse. You know what I mean? So much gratitude for you,
Thank you. Thank you.
um, and yeah, much gratitude for showing me how you can transcend the mind into third dimension with just some cold water.
Mm, appreciate that. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
brother.
man.
We're doing many things here, man, and we're bringing in many brothers too, just to wake up a little bit. Brother Denzel, talk to me, man. What do you think about this?
It's awesome, man. It gives you a chance to not just share an experience with people, but share perspective and what's powerful about perspective, right? There's only so much to be, experienced in your own reality, but when you start to like cross pollinate ideas of people, man, it just gets like real creative and real. Because after you're done talking and y'all charged up, it's like, well, what are we doing now? It's like, what are the action steps? And that's where 2025, I feel like people that are stepping into their purpose, they're going to step into their collaborations even deeper and really start to hold space and start to make their mark on the world. I mean, it's just waiting. Nobody's stopping us from doing it.
Hmm.
Nobody but the the little roommate inside your head that we always talk about, or anything that you have control of your mind. You have control of distractions if you choose to. And so that's my spiel on that, man. This has been an awesome year for me, and it wasn't all good. You know what I'm saying? It's been an awesome year for me, but it was not all good. So I give thanks to be able to just be a guide for this conversation to transpire. All these massive folks coming on, talking about
Definitely.
what's going on.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Angel, too. You're a huge beacon also, bro. I met you and you're a real player. That's really what I gotta say. You showed up. Some guys talk about it, and but as you can see, the people who are here, they're the ones who are about it. I know that they'll take the time and they'll support something because they believe in the cause. And let me just put you out of the stage, brother Angel, because we have some
Yes,
other players here, brother. Thank you so much
of
for being a
course.
part of what we do, man.
Appreciate what you do.
Thank you, brother. Peace and love. Great
Much
year
love.
ahead, bro. Let's do it. Let's do
Let's
it.
have it. Let's
HL.
go.
Okay, brother Toto. How are you, King?
I'm good. I'm good. Peace. Thank you for having me.
All right. Tell us a little bit, about like what you do and how the year has been unfolded for you, the 2024.
So my name Toto, Tatman Toto. I'm a tattoo artist, but I also like to just call myself an artist because when I tattoo, I also like to create and I like to make a connection with my clients besides just drawing on them and just giving them. I like want to actually create with them. So that's that. And 2024, it got its ups and downs. It wasn't the worst year, but also wasn't the best year, especially towards the end. It definitely kicked my ass a little bit, but you know, we don't fold from things like that. Definitely humbled me a little bit, and it showed me like what I need to do coming 2025, which is just take more risk and just challenge myself a little bit, get out my comfort zone, because sometimes when you're doing something for so long, you get stuck and you get a little bit too comfortable, especially when you want to grow. Especially, I'm speaking as an artist in the artist standpoint. So 2025 is definitely more of the year of just doing and just challenging myself, meeting new people, and just growing as an artist and just growing as an individual. You know,
Hmm. Hmm. Yes, yes. So, brother Denzel, um, I met Toto, and he's a tattoo artist. So he has performed at the Purple Sage gatherings, and he made some tattoos. And then my oldest daughter was here, and yeah, she stepped up and received a sacred tattoo from the brother too. Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm. Hmm. So
I
he's
should-
really on it.
Yeah, I can kind of pick up what you're putting down, Toto, without you saying specifically, but I'm gonna just give you some advice. Like
yeah,
in terms of this creative life, nobody knows exactly what they're doing until it's created and experienced. Created and experienced. Not even just created is out there, but once you experience, like for example, a tattoo and people coming back and they're like, "Oh, share all these memories with you," you realize like, man, I always got it going on. I just got to be gentle with myself along this creative path because it's like I know you see where you want your line quality to be, but you got more tats to do before your line quality's up there. So
that's a fact. That's a fact. I
it's
know
a
exactly
balance
what
of
you mean.
like, am I good
Mhm.
enough? Yes, first of all, but what am I doing to sharpen my sword? What am I doing to, put up the shots, for example? And it's like any professional would know that the more that you prepare, the more that you are confident that what I'm creating is what it's the bee's knees, regardless if I'm
Mhm.
where I think I should be at, I'm where I need to be right now. So that's that,
Yes.
bro.
Yes, for sure, for sure. I mean, he's another one that be on the mat too. He stay on the mat.
I was gonna
Yeah.
mention that. I was gonna tell. I think it was Angel. I do jujitsu and MMA too. I've been training for like 3 years now.
Hmm.
I was gonna
Hmm.
tell him, so we definitely could talk
Sounds
Yep.
because
And
jiu-jitsu is big, but it's a small world. Everybody connected. You start seeing everybody everywhere, and
mm,
it's growing too. The sport is growing, and it definitely teaches you discipline and it teaches you a lot about yourself, being patient and
mm,
just appreciating the little thing. Because jiu-jitsu is all about the details.
mhm,
the,
mhm, mhm, for
the little
sure.
things matter.
For sure, man. And my nephew Darian too. He's He's been on the mat, and he's also competed like yourself too on high levels. And yeah, he's a beast. He's backstage, so we might just bring him back in. But I have
I know
somebody
he
else.
hears talking. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he there, he there. That's it for sure, for sure. But I have another brother that's on the line, so let's give him a chance. And yeah, thank you so much, Toto. I appreciate you
Of course,
always, bro, being a
appreciate you.
part. You are one of, among the others too, core members of OMZL, and
Well,
just like
appreciate that.
Denzel too.
Appreciate for having me. And Denzel, I heard what you said. Appreciate that too, man. We
Got you,
definitely
bro.
gonna link, man.
I'm gonna tap in with you on IG, and
For sure, for sure.
build a connection.
Yep, for sure, for sure. Okay, brother James, are you there on the line?
Yeah, brother, I'm listening.
All
Uh,
right, all right, all right. Well, let's go. Let's go. You got 5 minutes, brother. Tell me, how was 2024? What are some of the lessons, things that went down, and and then the future, vision casting, 2025. What is it that you're looking forward to, or looking at, or something like that?
well, one thing I can tell you for a fact is that 2024, like it was a ups and down year for me, but I always believe, like, as long as I have my health, that's the blessing that that I needed. As long as I have that, I think, I can conquer pretty much everything, pretty much. But it's been a ups and down year for me, and if I may be honest with talking to you guys right now. So I was laying down. So but what I'm looking forward to for 2025 is I'm always looking forward to be a better version of these jams. And then also trying to help as many people that I can help as far as life coaching, if advice wise, like things that way you can feel like you're part of something, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I understand we wake up and go into life as if it doesn't matter, but helping someone here and there always matter, whether it's small or big. So I'm looking to be a better version of myself as always. So that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, financial wise, I can get to the next steps, to the ladder where, I can stabilize or certain things. But other than that, I'm good, man. I'm blessed. And that's
Mm,
all I could tell you right now, my brother. I
mm,
appreciate you for putting me on today.
of,
So I was
of
trying to
course.
hide, man. I know you don't think I'm shy, but I'm a little bit shy, okay?
Yeah, I know that's right. I know that's right. But in the right conditions, I know you step up, man, and I appreciate that. You're a huge supporter of what we do too. You
No,
know.
well, listen, what you do, I respected it. That's why, me and you, we go way back. We've been talking at an event. Remember, I didn't know you were doing that, when I get to know you. Then
Mhm,
you invited me over. So when I got there and I saw what you were doing, and I kind of respected it because it's a very beautiful, healthy community thing. So why not be part of that? You feel me?
right,
If I
right.
was in Jersey, trust me, I'll be there probably every time I can.
Hmm,
But no,
hmm,
keep doing what you do. And I always check, your
hmm,
posting. I always,
hmm,
sometimes I check, your live. I know I can't be there physically, but I always there, like, mentally,
hmm, hmm,
seeing how where you were prior to how you have grown with all of it.
hmm,
You see what I'm
hmm,
saying? And then more
hmm,
power to you and everybody else that's really understood what you're trying to do here.
hmm,
And I think, that's the beauty of it all. So keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Keep being Omar, you know what I'm saying? And keep growing. And that's what I could tell you, man, because it's just a
Thank you.
beautiful thing. It's not easy, like, where you can create something where people can come and feel at ease and feel at peace and feel
Mhm,
like, okay, it's healthy. It's real, like, the people, what I'm saying? Like all genera come together in one spot and then trying to share this
mhm,
life, you know what I'm saying? So No, keep it
Mhm.
up, my brother. Listen,
Thank
man.
you.
Like I said, I gotta get in Jersey very soon, but once I made it to town, man, I'll let you know, you know.
Okay, you do that, brother. Thank you so much again, and let's keep in touch. And thank you for coming through on the show, brother. Peace and love.
Absolutely, my brother. It's my pleasure. Actually, when I saw the text, I'm like, is he want me on?
I sure do, brother. Sure do.
All right, my
Okay.
brother. Well,
Okay,
stay
brother.
focused and keep
Mhm.
going, brother. Nice
You too,
talking to you.
brother. Thank
All
you.
right.
Peace and love. Peace, peace.
Thank you, James.
Okay, brother. Go ahead, Denzel. What you got to say about brother James that just tapped in, man?
Said he was a life coach, and it's like I wanted to tell him, if you're still there, James, I want to listen to your voice. You got a voice that wants to be listened to. You know, certain people just have that natural cadence.
He's a great brother, Haitian brother, right? He comes straight from the islands. So, we've spoken before about the history of what's his name? The liberator of Haiti, Le Batour. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot his name, but yeah, he's got that spirit, bro, like warrior. I'm telling you, the guy's, yeah, he's like that. That's what we try to, they say if you want to know who a person is, just look at the first five friends that he has around him, and you'll see, and you'll know
Right.
how much money he has in his bank account too. We got brother Darian back, and I see we're just spinning brothers around now. So we're gonna bring Angel back into the room too, man. So
Oh,
brother Darian, go ahead, man, lay it down.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, we're tapped in. Super grateful to be tapped in. I really want to get on a calendar and look at what we're working on this upcoming year, what events we have going on, how far we want to take it. How far do we want to bring the message of this love, this truth, this relationship with God, this relationship with creation, um, and this perspective that we hold, that we're keepers of.
Mhm.
Uh, how far do we want to take this this year? How many people do we desire to share this with? And how do we want to hold space for people? How deep do we really want to go?
Mhm.
I'm asking that question out loud right now. I'm also asking myself this question because I feel a strong call to for change this upcoming year. I feel like I've been even though I've been transforming so much, especially these last few years, there's been something that I haven't changed. There's a part of my life that requires change, and I'm so excited
Mhm.
for the opportunities that are gonna come as soon as I begin to start taking action in this specific direction. So I'm excited for this upcoming year. I'm excited to do some great medicine work and also to step into excuse me guys, to step into a different level of medicine work. I was
Mhm.
working with ayahuasca for a few years actually, and with a shaman from a tribe from the Colombian Amazon. And I'm feeling called to step into new medicine spaces. Native American sweat lodges. Recently had an opportunity extended to me to come sit in a Native American sweat lodge drumming circle, like 2-day ceremony.
Mhm.
That's in January, and I felt the call in my spirit last year, like halfway through the year. Actually, Purple Sage, second Purple Sage event, and it might have been the first.
Mhm.
It was amazing, and now I have the opportunity, and it's in alignment, it's coherent for January. So I'm looking forward to that, and
Mhm.
just to just keep on working. Like let's just keep on doing what it do and sharing
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
with people.
it does
That's
something
beautiful.
really powerful to the human spirit when you can get the ego to kind of just surrender to the power of a plant, right? Like ayahuasca, just a little tea, but I made the mistake. And the first time I sat, I was like, "Yeah, give me an extra cup." And I asked for, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, you know. And yeah, everybody was taking one cup. I'm
Woo!
like, "Shaba, give me two." Woo, buddy. Still integrating that, but
Nice.
medicine work
Sure.
is something that's needed. It's something that's been here far before
Mhm.
us,
Mhm.
and it will remain. And I know it's been a strong tool in my journey. I started working with amphibian medicines and was a practitioner of some, and working in close proximity, facilitating, holding space for people, as the term would be. And it's powerful, and I've been detached from it from a couple years, but I've been feeling a little nudge too. But
Mm,
yeah, we're
mm.
feeling a little nudge to get back into it.
It's super helpful, right, brother Denzel?
Dude, I became like the integration coach out here.
Mm,
That's the real
In a
medicine.
way, like a creative consultant, truly. Like, all right,
mm,
you had that great experience. Now, what you gonna do about it?
mm,
That's the
mm,
real medicine, man. Because
So, what you gonna do now?
yeah.
And how do you
mm,
get down? And that's why I wanted to bring up Omar, the definite chief aim, your
mhm,
definite chief aim, and how people can have this target to aim at, so that whenever they're going along their path and they find themselves along a certain, route, you get to check in and see like, okay, why am I on this quest? Why am I on this side mission? What does this relate to in terms of my definite chief aim and these great things that I see in myself,
mm,
but I'm trying to express so that the world sees it and so that the world can give me what I need in terms of,
mm.
my experience. Because truth is, we all are godly beings, whether we realize it or not. But once you realize it, it's up for you to now bring heaven down to earth and be it. And that's what Under One Sun is for me. That's what Omziel is
Mm,
for Omar and Aziel. And I'm
mm.
getting to know everybody else on the call and what they got going on. Mr. Elevate Minds, what's going on,
Yeah,
man?
elevate minds.
Yeah.
Welcome him to the room. Thank you so much, brother Liam, for stepping in the room and tapping in. I appreciate you so much. But yeah, let's hear it, brother. Talk to me. How has been 2024 has treated you? Perhaps some of the lessons, and also we're vision casting too. 2025. How does that look for you? Something you're looking forward to, or some projects, or something like that?
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I'm very grateful to be here. I'm definitely happy to share. I love coming in at the point of integration conversation. I love that so much.
Hmm.
Um, on a non-psychedelic, non plant medicine note, integration has been a huge thing for me. Understanding spirituality and my own essence and my own being, my own life has been a huge part of my journey for a very long time. And this past year was a year where I was both consciously choosing as much as I could and being guided and forced by the universe to integrate, which ironically looked a lot like past patterns resurfacing in a lot of ways. And it was so challenging, but so fun to get the opportunity to revisit things in my life in new places and get the familiar taste with a new tongue, kind of,
Hmm.
and be able to know that I'm not supposed to know what is the right thing to do here. I'm just supposed to move through this experience with the new awareness that I can have, and that naturally will guide me to where I will be, transforming me, becoming the person that I know I'm becoming. So it was a lot of this deep faith and knowing, and I have things that I know, but nothing to show for it. Nothing, like, it's all mystery that I'm navigating through, even though
Mm,
it's familiar, even though I think I know what I'm doing.
mm,
And so
mm, mm.
coming out of that, I look back at this year and I'm just in awe of how far I've come. And at the same time, ironically, I know exactly where I am because I chose to get here. So it's just this like huge integration. It's like it's a very deep psychedelic experience where your identity and what you are and what you think you're doing is all kind of mush and floating around just through living life with certain intentions over enough time. And so coming into 2025, um, I've achieved certain goals that I had, which my first main goal was to be supported financially by communities that I want to be a part of. And I said, I'm
Mm,
going to make that happen somehow. I have to do that. And I haven't fully 1000% secured that for forever, but I'm in a position right now, and I have been the past couple months, and I will be at least the next couple months, where that's my reality.
mm.
And that has given me so much freedom to be who I feel I can be, and there's just like an exponential effect of that. Um, Specifically in 2025, my goal is to kind of round off a phase of my journey where I'm understanding communities
Mm,
So I'm involved in a bunch of different communities in a bunch of different places right now, and I can kind of see this end of a phase where I will have moved through a bunch of different places and woven myself in a bunch of different ways where maybe I can be in a position with enough experience and connection to offer or create something or bring things to the next level, whatever that is.
mm,
So it's a lot of finishing integration and um, just a different experience now where I feel like I have more security. So for me, 2025 is a lot more about security and a sense of stability
mm,
and continuing the growth that 2024 and previous years have brought in.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. You're a huge important part of what we do here, bro. Yeah, a huge part. In fact, I always like to tell the story, right, Angel? Check this out. I did an ice plunge, and this guy shows up with his brother, right? Your brother? He shows up with his brother, and I was like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you," right? And then I was like, "Where do you live? Where you coming from?" And he was like, "Oh, we're coming from like 2 hours away." I'm like, 2 hours away? You came to my ice plunge? Why would you do that? And he was like, I, I believe in what you're doing.
That's all it takes.
That's love.
Yeah, yep,
That's
yep. And
awesome.
we've been tight ever since, man, for real. So thank you so much. Thank you,
Yeah,
Liam.
I love
Yeah.
that story. It's always great.
Of course, of course, of course, of course. Maybe I can bring some other brothers into the room. Just stand by if you're interested, if you've got the time. Um, but yeah, Angel. So what do you think about that, man? What do you
It's all integration, right? Otherwise, it's like we have feet on the ground for a reason, and I think a lot of people can
Bruh.
get right. Like a lot of people get lost in the sauce, so to speak. Right? Just they get lost in the escapism, and along my journey, the pain was so deep, that the desire to escape was so strong that I would continuously hop on these trampolines, so to speak, and look over the wall and see what's going on and come back down and not know what the hell I'm doing with my feet there. Not realizing that focusing on present, developing the disciplines, like getting into my physical body, right? Experiencing actual discomfort in my body and breathing through it, right? Can now help me integrate my body in the present, and then also having the awareness that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I got desires, right? Yeah, there's things I gotta be like, my feet are where they are supposed to be, and I'm completely supported by every cell in my body if I don't get in its way, and by every star above me, right? So the universe got my back. So it's really about integrating. Like I opened up a book this morning. First thing I read was just about the power and the importance of having integrity, specifically how God really honors those that have integrity. Because when we have integrity, right, we have a lot more confidence. And when I look back in my own life and periods of I say I'm going to do something and I don't follow through with it, it eats at me. Like I told my wife, I'm jumping in a cold plunge. I told you via text, so I'm gonna fill this shit up tonight. And before the night's end, I'll send you a video of me hopping in a cold plunge because I said I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna be secure. Now tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up like this. I might not go to sleep too well tonight thinking about it. Sorry,
you
ADD
you
moment.
sleep fine. I sleep fine. I sleep
Yeah.
even better. I sleep
Okay.
lucid when I go ice. Yeah.
Okay. But
Yeah,
you,
I
you, you
do.
get my point. Like especially as men, our word is our bond. I think that it's important that men specifically, and I think that's one of the beautiful things about what OMZL is doing and really being openly led by a man. I know your wife is part of it as well. But really the fact that you are completely embodying the divine masculine and letting men understand that it's okay to have these conversations. And just last night, I think you and I are going to be doing a lot more talking because I have a parallel universe unfolding, and part of that, and it's no shocker that three of the guys on her are all jujitsu practitioners because I know what it's done for
I
me.
choke a mother sucker out too.
Yeah, yeah. So what one of the ideas I had for 2025, and I have the space for it, is to really have an introduction to meeting self via grappling, right? I got to figure out how to market it so I can get people to drive 2 hours away. But that not so much via grappling, but whether it's an open breathwork class to begin with to get people to truly understand you're present, you're here, you're safe. This is a safe zone. But then to experience the discomfort,
mm,
then to feel what it's like to be smothered under somebody. Where do
mm,
you go? Right?
mm,
That does
mhm,
that fight or flight kick in, or
mm,
does the calm, trust, present warrior kick in?
mm, mm,
Right?
mm,
So for me, I realize what it's done for me, and it's just it's mind blowing and it's heart opening, right? And
mm,
that's what we need. We got to
mm,
walk around here like a bunch of Care Bears, because
mm,
just shed
mhm,
the love, because there's a lot of people working on the opposite side of the fence. And
mhm,
I think for the most part, collectively, we got enough energy going. There's enough momentum going in terms of truth and love spreading and truth speaking and a desire
mhm.
to seek. Again, because we're all supported by the energies above us, which are calling us to do this. Um, that the dark is really becoming dark. Like it's gone. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
And this is the
mhm,
time anew. This is
mm,
the
mm,
time anew. I was speaking to my 7-year-old earlier, and I said something along the lines of confronting fear. You know,
mm,
and part of that, ironically, the past couple of days, I've been telling my wife, I'm like, "Yo, I'm just gonna let this beard grow. I'm always nice and cleaned up. I look
mm,
like AJ from the Backstreet Boys. You know, he
mm.
used to always have it all cleaned up, look like a Sharpie mark and shit. So I was always doing that, and I'm like, I'm just gonna let it grow. I'm a straight
Mhm,
up old wolf man, you
mhm,
know.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
And she said, 7 years old, she goes, Dad, let go of the fear and let it grow in the beard. I'm like,
What?
it
I'm not.
sound mystic, you know, it sound like
Yeah, yeah,
some
yep.
so I took it for
Mhm.
what it was, but
That's beautiful.
it's profound to hear that. But I say all that to bring a full circle up into the time that we're at, is
Mm,
that 2025 is gonna be a time where the young ones are gonna start speaking up,
mm,
because there's a
mm,
lot of us old ones who are afraid to. There's a lot of the Gen Zers that got sucked in by the Matrix, right?
mhm,
They're glued to
mhm.
the screens. They're losing their life force energy, whether it's
Yeah.
through sexual perversion or
Mhm,
digital consumption. And so
mhm,
those who see what they're doing, right,
mhm,
are
mhm,
seeing it from a different perspective. And
mhm,
these kids,
mhm,
they want to, they're here to create heaven on earth. They're not here to keep up this old life, this old world that we built. You know what I mean?
mhm, mhm,
So
mhm. Thank you.
that's as a father, that's what I'm most excited about.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, man. I'm gonna put you backstage because somebody's over here waiting in the wings, bro. But I have so much to say about what he
Let's
just
go.
said. Isn't it Denzel? Was that like what did he say? That's why you have feet on the floor?
Dog, I get caught up in the clouds all the time, bro. If I didn't have to have in my buildings, that they have to have a foundation in the earth.
Oh
Oh,
man. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, Toto. Thank you so much for sticking around, bro. We'd like to hear a little bit more from you. But if you don't mind, my wife is on the line. So if we can let's bring in some feminine energy into the room. Yes, the Oracle is here.
uh-oh. I'm scared now.
Oh, my man said, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Boss
Hi,
lady, boss
everybody.
lady came to the stage.
Yeah, boss lady.
Talk to me.
No, no, no. I'm just a humble servant to everybody.
That's right. Good thing.
That's what I am.
Mhm. Okay, so talk to me. Tell us, how has 2024 been? And yeah.
2024 for me has been magical. It's been magical. Many learnings, many lessons learned, allowing myself to grow and see how I can be better. And I had the pleasure to go to India. One of my dreams come true, and Bhutan for 19 days meditation retreat. And it wasn't I you know what happened to me? On 2023, my teacher said, "We are planning to go to Bhutan next year," which was this year in 2024. And I said, "I'm going with you." And I put it in my vision board on 2023. I created, excuse me, I created my vision board. But then I said, no, it's not in the budget. So I didn't, I said, no, I'm not going. Somehow my teacher gifted me the ticket to go to India. And I said, wow, I'm supposed to be there. Miracles happen when
Wow.
you allow yourself to be open to the universe. When you allow yourself to dream big, and no matter what, it's gonna come to you. So it was so magical how everything worked out for me. And my husband, I give so much credit to my husband because he said he supported me on that. And then he took care of the children for 19 days, which is quite challenging. But my message to you, I'm not special than anybody. Your dreams can come true. Put for your vision board and magic will happen. You are enough. God is always creator is always there for you, with you. It's us that have to stop and listen and allow that magic to flow through us.
Okay.
So that was my magical 2024, and I'm so excited for 2025. What is gonna come? I'm just excited to see.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And, you know, really, I tell you, Toto, she does the hard job. She takes care of the kids. You might see me all up in the camera and running around and doing all this, content, and but trust, bro.
Mm.
Yep, she's doing the real behind the scenes. You already know anybody who is great. There's always that cast that's behind them, lifting up. So let me move some people around the room, okay?
Okay, bye
Okay,
everybody.
okay,
And
Bye.
Happy
okay,
New Year. Happy New Year.
Yes.
Yes, yes, be excited for the new year, okay?
okay, okay. All right, all right. We're gonna bring brother Liam, get him a little bit more airtime here. But Toto, go ahead, man. What do you think?
Yeah, so even 2024, each time I come do the ice plunge, like I always like I'm a person first of all where when I grew up, I never heard of ice plunge. That was nothing to me. So it's like I'm about to just go sit in the ice for what? That used to be my mindset. But it's been what 2 years now since I've been coming
Mm-hmm.
there. Every
Mm-hmm.
time I do it, it's just a whole different feeling. And it's just like, all right, like it put my mind on a different track where it's just like, all right, this is what really matters right now. Like anything is possible. You putting yourself through this. So it's just like, what else could you put yourself through? Putting yourself through an uncomfortable position. And every time I do that, I just feel better about myself. It's not one time where I did the ice plunge and I'm like, damn, I should have never did that. you know. And so like even you setting that up for us, I appreciate that for real. Because even whenever I meet somebody new over there, it's just all love. And so like I do appreciate every time I do go over there. Just
Mm-hmm.
because like I meet new faces all the time, and it's just like you think you going through something and you hear what they going through, but at the end of the day, we all here for the same reason, for
Mm-hmm.
positive energy, positive vibes, and just meeting with one another, seeing the different things we all do, but knowing we still all one. So I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that, and ever since I've been doing that, I appreciate that. And I'm gonna keep doing it 2025 too, because it's like it's part of me now. Like I gotta be doing the ice plunge at least, like if not once a month, at least often.
Yeah. Yeah,
And so
sometimes I think about that too. I'm like, why would somebody just keep coming back to what I do? Like, why? Like, what's but there's just some people and you're one of them. Like, you're not too far. So you're able to come through when you can come through. It's a little far. It's like you're not 10 minutes away either, right? You're like,
yeah,
what are you, 45 minutes or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, like a good 45, depending on traffic.
Yes, it's a little distant, but I'm always impressed by people coming back all the time, Denzel. Like they just want more, bro. That's it. Open them up. For for me, it's new every time too. I just met a guy today. I was telling him, "Hey, we're having this ice plunge soon," and he was like, "Ah, I like it because every time it's challenging for me. Like my mind starts messing with me every time." And I told him that happens to me too. Like I'm the guy putting this together, but that happens to me too. Like every time my mind is messing with me. Oh, you can't do it. What if you don't stay there 2 minutes? People watching you.
Yeah.
Why? Just close it up. You don't have to go into, oh man. I'm like, could you shut up? I got this. I got it. Yep. And then I'm there again too. So yeah, brother Liam, please go ahead. Continue, brother. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, I mean, I could comment on anything that we've talked about, but talking about the ice plunge made me think about today for me actually. So I'm living in a house right now. I'm actually moving out this week, and 3 days ago our heat stopped working. So I am no stranger to the cold. I love the cold, but it's a different thing when you live in the cold. And that's why I'm a little bundled up right now too. It's cold in here. But so I was thinking to myself 3 days ago, I'm like, you know what? I can wait for a warm shower. I'll wait a couple days. We'll figure it out. Everything will be cool. Now it's 3 days later, and I'm like, Liam, you you gotta take care of yourself. Like, just take the cold shower. And I went through the same thing a couple hours ago. I'm like, I don't want to do this, and I'm talking to myself. I don't want to do this. Of course, I don't want to do this. Why would I want to do this? It's cold.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
then I did it, and it was fine. You know, I put a little workout in afterwards, and drink some tea, and I'm good. And I love that because I'm friends with that part of myself. Like I give myself permission to be in dialogue with that part. I don't suppress it or try to force myself to do anything. I'm just like, okay, I hear you as I'm grabbing my towel. I hear you as I'm turning the shower on. I'm moving through the experience. Next thing you know,
Right.
it's
Yep.
done. And
Yep.
having done that so many times, when something like the heat doesn't work, I'm
Mhm.
actually not that affected. I'm
Right.
just dealing with the same thing as always. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to take the most shower that I can. So yeah,
Yeah.
just a good reminder of that simple thing, and
Yeah.
how much the cold teaches us about real life is unbelievable. You know, I never would have expected it either, but it's probably the single most pivotal thing that I've done.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Denzel, that often happens to me too, man. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
go outside. Oh, it's too cold, man. Go upstairs. Why you going running for? It's freezing out here, bro. Like, Liam, the same thing. I hear you. Okay, yeah, I see you. I'm still just moving. Just keep going. Put the gloves
Yep.
on
Put the
and
gloves on.
put the sneakers on. Tie them up, and that's it. I just keep going. And for me, I'll tell you this, Denzel. When I hear that little voice saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do that," that's when I know I have to do
You
it.
just told me what I'm gonna do. Cannonball. I've definitely developed that relationship with my inner critic or whatever. Because it's once you get on the other side of that, whatever action it was trying to, that other side of resistance is like bliss, like many Nirvana pills. It's like, wait, did I just cross over into understanding that I overthink too much on making what it takes to get something done when I just have to do it and find out along the way how it gets done, or just actually just do it, you know?
Yeah. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. It has to be done, and we do it. That's it. So, brother Darien, tap in, drop some wisdom there if you can.
Yeah, super great. Liam, awesome to see you, man. Angel jumping back in the chat. Thea, thank you so much for your words. Thea, I don't know if you're still here, but you said something and it rang for me just deep in my mind. Not calling God God, but referring to God as creator. It just it felt like like home for a second. It was pretty crazy. Just a weird little moment, but
That's beautiful. If you just allow me a moment, I'm actually doing this program. It's called The Artist's Way. It's a book. It's called The Artist's Way. And she speaks about God as the creator. And she says that most people, say, oh, God or the creator, but we don't actually see God as a real creator. God is a creator. Everything around you, the universe, everything, like it's the master creator weaving everything together. You would make something that looks like you and acts like you, right? And speaks like you and looks like you, right? You would blow life into it, right? And then you would inject all of the great things that it can do in order for that to create also.
Mm.
And that's what we are too. We are God, like that. We are a creator.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like the other side of that coin is the individual who is the creative and who is actively creating is in flow zone, pretty close to that frequency of God, right? Like
Mhm,
they're shining from that light within.
mhm,
So I
mhm,
think that there's a lot to be said with that. I think we all have a call to create, but we're currently transcending a bridge where we're going from consumerism to creation. I think
mhm.
people are going to start scrolling less, and they're going to start maybe downloading an app that controls when they're scrolling. I think it's definitely a
Y-
discipline, myself included, that
You create why don't you create that app, brother?
you know any writers. I know your wife went to India. They know somebody over there. Need some
Yeah,
code
yeah,
writers,
for sure, for sure.
man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that because I struggle just with that. Here I am telling everybody, let's go, be motivated, and get
it's
on it, go
it's
for a run,
something.
ice, and then I'm there scrolling too sometimes. It's just,
AI will never, because we're headed towards AI, right? Like when we talk about 2025, here we are a couple days away from the new year. Like we're gonna see this excel and take a part of our life. Like you know how like 10 years ago, if I would have told you everybody was walking around with a screen on their phone, you'd be like, that's crazy.
Mhm.
A couple years from now, everybody gonna have one of these vices on their heads, right?
Yeah,
All sorts of
mhm, yeah,
electromagnetic frequencies and
yeah.
altered realities, and it's really gonna interface itself with the reality that they choose to create, right? It's a different type of creation. So that's a whole other convo. But I
Yes.
think there's a lot to be said in tangible creation.
Mm,
And I
mm.
think it's up to individual seeking God,
Mm,
however they see means, but if they can
right.
find that peace within to allow that energy to flow through, it's a lot of magic to be happening.
A lot of magic. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, brother. Brother Roger has stepped into the room. Thank you for coming through, brother Roger Sherman.
Sure thing, man. I appreciate you holding off on me a little bit. I was just coming from catering. I'm gonna jump straight in to the conversation. What was your name, brother? Here that just got done talking.
Angel.
Angel. I'm Roger. Nice to meet you, brother.
Likewise,
I'm
brother.
gonna I'm gonna jump in on this AI conversation. I am actively fighting AI off by continuing to work in jobs where AI is not coming for me. I work in the food and drink industry. I am serving barbecue
Touching the
and pour
barbecue.
people glasses of wine. AI is not going to go out there and prep the grapes. AI is not going to go out there and slice the brisket. So yeah, while everybody is going to sit at the table that I've provided to them and stare at their screens and do they AI is not going to digest any of that food for you.
Nah.
AI is not going to swirl that glass around in that wine. It's not going to sniff it for you. So that's where I'm at, brother. I know that's where we're going, but I'm actively going to push back against that. I don't
Mm.
I
Have
don't
to.
want that to be my entire life.
No.
Yeah, well, brother Roger, he's a great brother. I met him online actually. He sent some pictures of his daughter and himself by accident,
Yeah.
and and I just replied to him. I said, "Wow, you have a beautiful daughter," and this and that, and then we've been friends ever since. It's been years now,
20
bro.
years.
So
20 years.
20 years.
20
If you
years.
could tell me who keeps painting these hairs on my face when I'm
Boy,
sleeping, bro, I wake up and there's more white. It was.
it's the worst, man. Like I had to stop growing the long beard that I used to wear because it's coming in so gray and so white. I had to cut it down a little bit sharper. But in the winter, I gotta cover up the face a little bit while I'm outside
Mhm,
cooking the
mhm.
barbecue.
So tell us about 2024. How was it, brother? What
2024
were the lessons there and all that?
2024 was a good year for me, man. Like I said, the barbecue business was tight and it was strong. We got much deeper into the wine space, which is what we were looking to do. At the beginning of 2022, we had one wine client that we did business with where we did barbecue and wine pairings. By the end of 2024, we were at 10. So, 35% of my business is directly related to the wine space. And you could probably tack another 10% on top of that for people who are tangentially related to the wine industry. For example, you came to one of my pairings and then maybe you booked me for an event, a private event for you. So that's, 45% of my business. And that's exactly where I wanted it to be and what I wanted it to be. So I'm excited about, what 24 had for me. And I'm excited about what 25's got coming. We are, pretty booked up already in Q1 of 25. A lot of that, in the food and drink space. We're doing breweries now. We're doing, distilleries. The wine piece is big. And at the end of the day, because barbecue doesn't really get any more advanced, I continue to go out there and just put out the best barbecue that I can. Our menu isn't changing or anything like that. We're not adding new animals to the menu or anything like that. So it's status quo as far as how I'm cooking. But the people who I'm cooking for and the opportunities I have, in the new spaces I've created myself have given me a lot of opportunity to, get my brand out there a little bit further. The word of mouth for my business continues to be like 70% of my business. You were either at an event that I did or you knew somebody who was, which is how I want to do it. I want to be the neighborhood guy. I want to be the guy who everybody, has actually met in some of these spaces. So, nothing new or different for me, brother, just more of the same. Just a lot more of it.
Okay. Brother Denzel, we've spoken to Roger before. Jump in.
Yeah, I just wanted to pick out and highlight that this master, super OG master, pit master, Roger Sherman, is probably something to your process, a foundation to your process that's allowed you to now grow as you grow alongside status quo. Like the sauce is only going to change so much, but I'm just getting more and more opportunities. The more that time passes, and I think that's a testing. That's a testament to anybody that's developing a brand, is that there's only so much bells and whistles you can put in your stuff. Like you got to be able to show up and serve at the end of the day. And so,
what it is, man, it is, the foundation of it's very simple. I'm not gonna, like, the wineries that I'm dealing with aren't making new types of wines. There's some flux there. I am not cooking new types of barbecue. I'm just doing newer or different types of events with the barbecue. But the foundation of it is this: get up earlier and talk to more people. That's the only way it's going to grow. That's the only way you're going to get it. And there's other ways, avenues out there you can do. There's the social media, there's the Instagram, there's all of, those technological pieces to it. But at the end of the day, you've got to get up, you've got to dial the phone, and you got to run your mouthpiece. You got to go somewhere and hand somebody a card. You got to stand in front of somebody and have a conversation about them. If you cannot sell your product to somebody in 90 seconds, you need to revamp your sales pitch. You got to get it into 90 seconds. That way you can have a whole bunch of conversations throughout the course of the day. If you think about that, man, if there's 60 minutes in an hour and you're pitching somebody, 90 seconds per, you can have 45 different conversations in an hour with 45 different people who can advance your business. And if you make any impression on them whatsoever, half of them might talk to one other person, and now you're at 90. That's how it works, bro. You just it's just numbers on top of numbers. How often can you work your mouthpiece? How many people can you get to depend on your brand or like your brand or be willing enough to talk about your brand for you, so that you're not the only one running your mouth all the time? And that's it, bro. I mean, it's not any more complicated than that.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, bro. I mean, that's essentially what we're talking about, right, Denzel? Manifesting. What is it that you want in your life? How do you make it happen? Let's go. People are sitting around thinking like, I don't know what to do. How could I? You're going to get run over. Thank you. Thank you, brother Sherman. Thank you for tapping in as always, brother. We're going to have to get you back on the show, brother.
Appreciate you guys.
Peace and love. Okay. Welcome, brother Oleg.
What's up, Oleg?
Oh my God. Brother Denzel. Now, I met this brother through another brother, and I saw this video of this guy. It was a drone taking a picture of him, and he was running on the beach. It was freezing outside, bro, and he was running toward the water, and he got in the water. I was like, yo, that that guy's crazy, bro. What's up with that? And then I was like, oh, I could get to know that guy. They introduced me to him. So we just started talking back and forward. He has a great story, man. So
What's up, guys?
welcome,
Denzel,
Oleg.
Omar. What's up, guys? How you feeling, man?
Of course, brother. Step in. Talk to me. How's 2024 treating you?
I just came out of the sauna and I came out of the ice because the stream is like 0 degrees right now in the upstate New York. You know. Where you got? You're in Jersey and you're in. Where are you?
I'm in Savannah, Georgia. Sunny Savannah, Georgia. 70 degrees today. I had know nothing about that freezing cold. No.
Yeah.
Yep. So Oleg, tell us, brother. We're talking about manifesting and bringing things into fruition, and I know you've got a couple of things going on there. I know you've come a long way. Your history is like real rich, and I know that you basically told me that the cold water saved your life.
It was just a combination, like transformation, you know. So my poetry is deep. I never fell, like Nas said, you know. So it's like which other poetry line? Like my soul has grown deep like the river, you know, like Langston Hughes, you know. So it's like the transformation is to keep getting better. So it's like it keeps going. It's a lot of ups and downs, bro. This year I was down. I had tore my knee after after running like a long distance, and I couldn't walk for like a year. So that actually grounded me more than anything in my life, from being like the most strongest to being on the couch, you know. And that was also a learning experience. So all your ups, all your downs, it's just an accumulation, and you keep going, you know.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, bro. Thank you so much for coming through. And what are you looking forward for 2025? What are you vision casting?
In the old believers, the Staravieres, from the people that I come from, the village people from the Belarus, it's like there is a rebirth. It happens every day. So every day we're born. Every day is Christmas. You know what I mean? So it's like same thing with the year. We don't follow the year. We follow like a daily schedule. You know. So I guess the thing that I see is just to continue to spread, do more comedy, do more jokes, do more music, you know, and keep getting strong, you know.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna send you a link to some of the other brothers. Brother Liam is there too, and he's also, helped people too with music and things of that nature. So,
Yeah, just be a kid.
Yeah, you said that you're in upstate New York. I'm curious where. I live in upstate New York. Depends on what you define it as too.
I'm in Woodstock, you know, the
Woodstock? Oh,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I'm actually moving to Rosendale on
right
Saturday.
That's right by the block over here, a couple of blocks away.
Yeah, and I was hoping to be able to meet some more people around there too.
Come through. I'm doing the sauna and the ice stream, and Omar too. Come through, and Denzel or everybody. If you want to come through as a few people together, we could plan something out and do a sauna and a ice dip together. You know.
Yeah, we tried to continue to do something like that, Liam, but it didn't manifest itself at Oleg's place. But he's got a beautiful location, and I see him in the ice, man. Oh man, the water's frozen. It's like river running, and there's ice, and he's over there chewing on the ice like that, singing song. She was cold. There's ice. Yeah.
I'm not going as crazy as before my knee injury, but I dip in every day. But now I need like a year away from like full exposure for my knee and the stem cells to rebuild good, because it's just one of those things. So it's kind of sad, like I'm looking for my energy to come from other things like yoga, stretches, and focusing more on being creative, But this is how it is, like you get injured, you got to rebuild and keep going,
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you. He's a huge presence on Instagram and other social media platforms, brother. Huge following. Thank you, brother, for tapping in. I appreciate you, brother.
Everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Peace and love. Yes. Yep. He's from the Russian over there from the Ukraine.
Oh, that's
yep.
awesome.
He put me
I
in
love
in a
that
group
philosophy
chat.
so much of greeting the day. So much of what I've learned, I have gotten from throwing out culture that I grew up in, because I felt like I was just suffocating in American culture, just capitalist white suburbia. And to find different pockets of things that resonate so deeply in different cultures has been such a joyful process. I'm like, yes, that's my philosophy. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Somebody's
for
living
sure.
that.
Yeah, he's a powerful brother. Part of his story was that uh the doctor said, "Oh, you have something with your brain." I can't remember the details about it too, but they were like, "Yeah, you're not doing well, and you're not gonna last either. We
Mm.
have to do this surgery on you." And he was
Hey,
like,
shout out to
"What?
Oleg. That guy had bars.
Do you know Oleg
I
Angel?
do now. I followed. I pulled out
Yeah.
my phone as soon as you said he
Yep.
was on Instagram.
Yep.
Like, word.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
because like
He's no
when you
joke.
take down when we grasp like the most the loudest aha, so to speak, right? With when it comes to consciousness, and you realize like the power of the moment. Like structurally, like let's get our feet back on the ground. Like, what is a moment? So when you take a damn, like that's what he said. What he said there was like it was so simple, you know, so simple, so simple.
You know, and I think a lot of people don't take wisdom like that seriously enough. It's so accessible that it gets thrown out of the door sometimes. Like I really love that. And I say things like that often in passing, and people are just like, yeah, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take that. I'm looking for the profound thing.
Man,
I'm
they don't
looking
have
for
the
the
ears
thing
to
that's
hear it.
too far for me to get so that I never actually have to show up for it.
Liam, if I could interrupt you, you said earlier, I literally wrote it down in my notes because I gotta like write it in colorful marker and make a poster out of you saying, I know exactly where I am because I chose how I got here.
Nice.
It's a reminder to stop doubting the next step, bro, because you're here now. You just want to stop?
Yeah.
Check button on the plan, or
Right.
you have faculties that you made a decision with, and a lot of times the monkey mind just draws us outside of that awareness. So, like you said, give thanks to awareness of, hey, gems are always dropping this, and that's a large part of having the right people around you too. Is that what you're feeding yourself, what you're feeding that subconscious allows you to then operate on a certain frequency.
I think it gets to a point where like you fill up the subconscious enough. Like I haven't had TV for probably like 12 years. I don't know. Whenever I realize I go stream video on YouTube, I'm like, oh, I'm cutting TV off. So I've been filling up the subconscious so much now. It forces all the wheels to start moving in the same direction. You know, pour the cup and it just starts overflowing.
Yep.
You know, there's power in that.
Right.
There's a lot of power in that.
There's a lot of power. That's right.
To only because I got it tattooed right on my neck. It brings back the point in terms of like finding the moment. The power of breath is always there, and for me, and I think that's the ice. That's the biggest thing. And within my medicine journeys, that was the loudest aha. Was literally making me sync with my breath. Right.
Yes, that's all we have, right? It says that God blew breath.
Yeah, just tuning in with that, man. And I think that 2025, whatever is in the cards, whether it's beyond whatever it is, we are always going to have our breath. We'll always have each other, right? We got people in contact with. I think that's why community is very important. I think that those historically who have proven to thrive have had communities, you know. So I think that's a powerful thing, and I think that's so one of the things that's definitely going to happen in 2025. People are we realize the power in this. This is a powerful conversation. You know, you're tuning into a frequency you can't find on the radio.
Yeah. This is true. Real stories, real players. You know, and I'm like that also. Like TV, I don't watch TV. There's nothing on TV that I want to see. It's the same shit. It's the same movie. It's the same movie from the 1950s. They just changed the characters a little bit. It's the same thing. But I don't exactly right. I don't have people around me like that unless we're building something. Right? If we're doing something, let's do it. You're coming over, we're doing an interview, or we're doing the ice, we're doing breath work, or we're exploring our consciousness, or you know, we're having an event, or you know, other than that, like really, I'm busy.
Well, that comes with another thing. I think that's a necessity. It's oxygen, you know, and going into 2025 is setting your boundaries. And regardless of who they are, like, you know, if you're going to invite somebody to your home, cool, but we're not going to come here to talk about the Yankees game. Like, this is my environment. I got to feel and flow. You know, I got to stay in that creative channel. You know, and that doesn't happen with the surface level. I call it lobster talk. You know, lobsters and crabs is always on the bottom.
right?
Right.
You just fall on them and they just deal like that's lobster talk, man. Crabs in a bucket. So
Yeah.
boundaries is a big one.
Yes, and that's a huge one too for any physical activity, right, Toto? Because that's why we always push physical activity here at OMZL. Because if you can push your mind to do something physically hard, oh man, that's just the beginning of it. It just opens up, you know. So go ahead, Toto. Mhm, mhm, mhm,
Yo, 2024, like
mhm,
I did something crazy that I didn't ever expect to do. I cut my locks.
mhm,
You
mhm,
know, I've been growing it for almost 7 years. I was trying to reach 10 years, but I just something was telling me it's time to just like restart, let go of everything that I had going on and just like start over, like, and that's what 2025 is showing me, where it's like, all right, it's okay to cut things off, cut what's not meant to be there, and just restart, because you're not starting from the bottom. You still got more knowledge. And I cut my locks 2024, and it was just like, damn, I'm really like balling now. It's just
Hey,
like,
you upgrading the antenna, man. That's what you're doing.
Upgrade the antenna. You
That's
hear this,
all it is.
Denzel?
yeah. So
Gotta
that
pass them
was
codes.
it wasn't too much on impulse, but it was just more of like, all right, this is what we need to do. This is how we gonna evolve. Just restart and just be a different version of myself, and let's get it. Because I speak for myself when I say it was so much ups and downs that happened 2024. I'm blessed about everything that happens though, because everything I take it to the chin. I learn from it, and I'm grateful for that. And so 2025 is just less talking, more doing. Get out your comfort zone, meeting new people. Angel, I can't wait to meet you soon. We definitely gonna have to roll sometimes,
Let's
get
go.
some,
Let's
just
go.
like just link up, and I'm not the best at talking, so it's like I can't get everything out that I want to say. I'm not the best verbal person, but everything is from the heart though, so it's all love. That's really what I'm just trying to say. I
Mhm,
appreciate all y'all here, listening to what y'all
mhm.
gotta say, and just seeing the different input from y'all. It's dope for real.
Thank you. Appreciate
Word.
that. Appreciate that. I'm the same way. Also, you see me up on the social media. I started last year, right, Denzel? It was in the beginning
Yo,
of 2024. That
yo,
was on New Year's. On New Year's, that's when I started. First started on the camera, and I said, I'm stepping out. This is I have to get out more. People got to see my face. They got to see
You ain't
me.
miss.
And that's how I came across Angel too. I see Angel be on the social media all the time. He just be talking like, and everything is not funny. Everything is not really, worthy of like the aha, but he's out there, Toto.
I'm
He's
inspired by
trying.
the consistency though. That the consistency that you
Mm-hmm.
have, because when we first met, I was much larger. I had a different flow. I was creating a lot of content, but it's got to come from a place of authenticity. So I saw a meme the other day, right? We got this meme wisdom, and the meme wisdom was like what we do from love and what we do for love. And in my shadow work, I recognize a need for love. Maybe that's why I use more words. You keep it simple. So I don't know what you say that we don't understand. I understand everything you said because you keep it
Yep, you're
simple.
doing fine.
Sometimes less is more, right? So I'm at a point now where it's about the principles, man. The consistency you have. I'm like, my girl told me some shit like 3 months ago. She was like, babe, we was talking about something. She was like, everybody around you is like, how come he hasn't made it yet? And it's because I self-sabotage and I'm not consistent. And that was like the
Mm,
biggest aha moment for 2024. Sometimes like I feel like a subconscious program that a lot of people deal with is having uh, just a lack of self-worth, not a lack of recognition, and that all comes from that baby talk, the things that we hear when we're kids. That's why it's important that we're mindful of what we eat,
mm-hmm.
what we take
Yeah.
in.
yo, yo.
So you guys have any influencers that you can attribute pivots in your journey, like Omar, like in other words, like your who would you call like your mentor in the space of at least providing
Uh,
some guidance?
That's a great question, bro. I look taught the books. The books are always, the masters are there. They've already left lots of, like, the breadcrumbs are there. That's why I always, when I first met Toto too, it was like, yo, what book are you reading? And then he picked up a book from here. It's like, we need to be in the books because the masters have already written down some of these things and we can learn from them. And it makes me think of what was the name of that? Oh, Stealing Fire by Stephen Kotler. Right. He talks about being in the flow. I often talk about this book. It's a great one. Remain in the flow that you talk about, Angel, in that flow. We want to remain there, right? High level athletes, they experience that. Artists experience that. Like, time goes by so quickly and they don't even know it. Jiu-jitsu, it's like, right? Oh, wow, it's over. We've been here, because you're in the flow. Time, it just like dissolves itself. So that's where I turn to is the books. And me and Denzel, we've
Yo,
taken in a lot of books, bro.
yeah, I was. Let me piggyback on that and say that I'm at a point now in my career in architecture. I'm at the beginning, this is a lifelong career, whatever. But I've done a lot of work to set the foundation right. But after getting along with Think and Grow Rich, after getting along with Atomic Habits, after getting along with the Power of Why and The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, all these self-help books. Now I'm on a lot of books regarding like Buckminster Fuller, a great architect, or this great architect, or that great architect. And it's like, coming to find out, they all have some nuttiness to them and a spiritual component too. So I'm like, wow, I'm doing the right thing here. And I share that to say that has became my invisible counsel in terms of how I'm stepping and moving, because quite frankly, they had the same similar things. They had the same doubts, the same great aspirations, the same misunderstandings in their own time. And so as you define yourself, as much as you want to define yourself, you'll find that you got things that you can start to read and lean on and share an experience with and be inspired by.
Mm-hmm.
And
For sure.
That's what's helped me not get away from like self-help, but bring more into it. That's going to like get my brain in architecture and design and building things and actually practically, doing the doggone thing.
Thank you for saying that. And before you speak, Toto, I just wanted to say quickly that, when I meet brothers and they go, well, what book should I read? What should I be learning? And I tell them, learn to speak. Read a book about speaking in the public, not on stage, but just people in general. Whenever you're having a conversation with someone, learn about it, because we're always learning. It's always a learning thing, right? Like Roger said, like, if you can't say in a minute and a half what is it that you do, then you need to go back to the drawing board and find out what is it that you're saying. Write it down. Where's your elevator pitch? Things of that.
And
Yeah,
anybody that's tuning into this, like, legit reach out to me, because it's a gift I have to be like, all right. Now I'm holding that clay that you got there.
Yeah. How about you, Toto? Who do you look towards, man?
So I try not to really like focus too much on like the mainstream like influencers, but I look at people who do what I want to do. And so as this one guy I follow, his name is Justin Lewis. He's a phenomenal artist, and I look up to him just because, he's of my skin color, and the type of art that he create, he tells a story, and then he changes the game. Because a lot of in Black culture, like the way we get tattooed is like different styles. It's like, oh, we can't do this on your skin, it's too dark. But like, he changed the narrative, and then the work he's creating, and then how he goes about it is like, yo, this is somebody I'll look up to. Just the way he attacks it, just the way he tells his story, and just how he's always trying to do better. And then like, I've been tattooing for almost 4 or 5 years, and I'm like, damn, shit, like, I need to get better. But hearing his story, he's like, bro, he been tattooing for over 20 years. So it's just like, yo, just be patient, Toto. Like, like, the fact that you know where you want to be, and it's not like I'm not doing nothing to get there. You just got to just go with the motion and control what you could control. And you said that earlier too, Denzel, and I heard you when you said that. And so like that's somebody I really do look up to. I want to fly out to Orlando one day, get tatted by him, just because I appreciate his work. And you know, sometimes people don't think you watching them, and they're not affecting you, but it's like, yo, I'm watching, bro. You know, I give him his flowers too. And it's like that shit really be touching you, because it's like, yo, he really doing what I want to do, and he not going at it in a mainstream type of way, but more of a like, this is what I do. I'm doing this because this is my passion. And it's like I feel that, and it really hit me when I see somebody doing exactly what I want to do. Especially like, you know, in this art world, everybody when they do art, they want to do art because that's what they do. But as an artist, you want to be appreciated. You want your work to be appreciated because like you put time into it. And so that's like the biggest like gratitude you could get. Have somebody like truly appreciate your work. Like, yo, you really put your time and love to it versus just doing what everybody else is doing, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
he changed that narrative where it's like, yo, I'm not doing this. I'm storytelling with my art. I'm creating. And just because you have dark skin, don't think I'm gonna tweak it. I'm gonna give you good work. I'm not just gonna half-ass your shit because people told you, oh, your skin is too dark. We can't tattoo that on you, you know?
I know, Denzel. You're touching him deeply there. I can see
You
it on
gotta
his
do that,
face. It's
bro. You gotta
beautiful.
pull up on dude. You gotta pull up on.
Yeah, Denzel's an artist too. You know, he's into architects. So like some of the things he's created, our logo, you know that, bro. Yeah, the guy Denzel's quite talented. But Angel, how about you? Now on you, brother. Let's go, because now we're gonna close up shop soon. So tell me, who do you turn to?
It's a good question, and Toto brought up a good point. You know, obviously following those that do what you want to do, and I want to walk in alignment with what it means to heal, what it means to use your pain, transmute it, and reflect back others. Right? Maybe a piece of themselves they never saw, but they felt good feeling it. You know what I mean? So I look up to you because that's you're in the lane. Right, so you're definitely somebody whose consistency I always value. I watched a full video. I don't 15-second and scroll you. I say, all right, what he got to say? All right, bring it home. But there are a multitude of individuals. I think that ultimately the internet has given us quite an array of different people to follow. People who are authentic, right? At least those are the people that I seek. But typically within a space of holistic well-being, within the space of bioenergetics, of somatic healing, of things that kind of like I follow people within a bridge that between mind and soul, right? Or rather body and soul, like body and emotion, rather, are the terms I'm looking for. Where's the emotion held in your body? You know, oh, you need a surgery? Oh, okay. So tell me about your dad again. And like, it's a whole other conversation, you know?
Right.
And that started to come to me 3 years ago, when I started to wear barefoot shoes only, and I started to really free up the energy in my feet and my toes. And that's the foundation. So a lot of my root chakra issues, like all that shit's has been addressed over the years, but the just moving your feet, recognizing how many muscles and bones and ligaments you have on your feet and how disconnected we are because of the shoes we wear. Like we're not grounding at all. You know, so I'm a bit of a biohacker. I'll show you. Obviously I got a red light behind me. I got a grounding mat there that's plugged in. I got a grounding mat here that I'm always charged up on. And then, you know, I use things like I got a paradigm pyramid that I'll rock because I don't know if you notice, everybody's getting sniffles. You got you know, everybody getting a little virus going on. It's because they're starting to play with that 6G. Every time, I'm sorry, I might get you banned. But every time there's some sort of outbreak, coincidentally, there's a new frequency introduced. And so we have to transcend this within our physical spacesuits. And we really got to prioritize
Yes,
health.
and we will.
Detox, release,
I appreciate
whatever's in
that.
you, whether that's creative energy, mucus,
Mhm.
whatever it is, it's got to be released. We got to go into 2025 light.
Wow, man, you're gonna make me call up my combo practitioner. Tell her come
Hey,
through.
please do, because I will be there.
All right, all right. We're
Word,
gonna
that's a
set
whole
it up.
affects you.
Let's set
But
up.
yeah,
So, brother, we have another brother that stepped into the room. Eli Owens, correct?
It's MC Eli.
MC Eli.
What
Yeah.
up?
Go ahead, brother.
What's
Thank you
up,
for
y'all? How you
tapping
doing
in.
over there?
Yeah, we're doing great, man. We were just gonna close up the shop, man. We've been online for an hour and 46 minutes, Denzel. Wow, long time.
Time
You know,
flies.
but yeah,
Fun.
when you're having fun. But that's okay. We're gonna chop this up and we're gonna, feed the masses with all this great, powerful knowledge and all of these jewels and gems that people are dropping here. So yeah, brother, let's hear it. MC, talk to
Let's
us.
go.
Tell us
First off,
how.
greetings to everybody in the room. I'm actually here at an event. My set is coming up, so I'm not going to stay in the car too long. But I stepped off so I can make sure I can hit the stream real quick. And it's good to see my brothers out here. Yo, I just want to say that the homework that I was told was kind of talking about the year moving forward, things like that, things you learn, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
sorry I missed a couple of you guys' stories. Just everybody's running around, but I feel like we've been going through a lot of different transitions. This year has been. I always like to look back and be optimistic and positive, right? Um, I would say this year has been transformative because there's been so many transformations. This concept of living in different dimensions, you guys are familiar with this, right?
Yep.
Like
Yes.
dimension switching and even the whole Mandela effect,
Yep.
all of this stuff. Like it seems like things aren't the way we remember them. Sometimes we be like, wait, did the Fruit of the Loom have a cornucopia? I remember it having a cornucopia. I don't know about y'all, but anyway. So I really feel like this year a lot of that was very made real. But what I understand is as you're becoming what it is that you are put here on this earth to become, I'm sure many things will have to be unlearned. Many things will have to be changed. Many things will have to be evolved. Many things are going to be painful to let go. And many mindsets are going to have to progress and graduate. And I lost my uncle this year. That was a devastating hit. I definitely did not see that coming. And I know a lot of people lost a lot of people this year, but for me, that was my first, I guess, major recent loss in a family. And at the same time, you still have a job to do. You still have a forward motion to go. So, and then the thing is, you can't get stuck on the past because, it hurts. But at the same time, if you're not planning and thinking about your future, then you're missing other things. You know what I mean? And I think it's easy to taint the future with mistakes and thoughts of the past. So anytime I found myself like more in my past, I try to like let it go, do what I think is right, and move forward. Always praying, just so that I can be reverberating through the universe the things that I know are more in my positive spectrum that could be coming to light. So this year was a lot of that. It was a lot of realization, a lot of truths, a lot of risk, I would say, but it only feels like risk. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of risk that you're putting things in the right place, but it feels like you're losing something. I had a lot of my company started to do a lot of things this year, and that fortunately meant that I had to step away from other companies, other things that were demanding that same space and time. So I've had to just kind of keep that part of me just like sacred, and you really do have to make sure that you've developed a sense of trust in oneself. And I feel like this year I took a lot of opportunities to earn trust from myself, if that makes any sense.
Oh, perfect sense to me.
Yeah. And of course, we did a cold plunge. We did a couple cold plunges this year. Uh,
That's right. It was your first
um,
one, right? You did your first one with us, right?
did my first one with you guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and he was the first one to go in, Denzel, out of the whole. Yeah, we started. It was his
Just
first
over
time, and he was the first one to go in. Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure that every group has one. Hopefully, it's nothing like a Squid Game thing. By the way, that's back out on Netflix. I don't know if anyone should watch it, but I watched it. It's entertaining. Having said that, I would say, yeah. So I've kind of like, I let myself kind of do things that I wanted to do, and I think I'm better off for it. And I'm looking forward to an even more clear year. I think that's what's more important. Like I'm looking forward to an even more clear year. I'm looking forward to capitalizing on some of the ventures that I took out this year. Being able to move forward and really starting to hopefully have a season of harvest from the season of seeding that I did. You feel me?
Mm-hmm,
And sometimes
mm-hmm.
sometimes it takes several seasons to see the biggest harvest. But it all starts with a season, and we definitely planted a lot of seeds this year. So we're ready to go.
Mhm. Thank you so much for taking time out to tap in, bro. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, bro. We're having great times, and they'll be seeing MC Eli Costello at the next Purple Sage
Yes,
gathering happening in
sir.
March 2025.
Let's get it. Bye.
Okay, brother. Peace and love. See you soon.
All right, guys. Cheers.
See, bro.
Okay, Angel, Toto. That's about it, man. We're almost like 2 hours in. Thank you for hanging out. Other
Yo,
people dropped
appreciate
off,
you.
but yeah, how about some last words before we dial off?
I'm not starting at all.
Sorry.
Toto, go ahead.
Yo, appreciate all y'all. I'm looking forward to 2025. New connections, new journey. I hope everybody go after whatever the fuck they want. Part of my French, but let's get out of our comfort zone. Let's get it. Let's attack it, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. MC had
Okay.
me
Thank
thinking
you so
about like
much.
planting seeds in soil of faith, right? That's kind of like what a lot of 2024 was for a lot of us, whether it was making decisions to start jobs, quit jobs, start businesses, make more content, buy some cryptocurrency, whatever it was when it was red, right? So I'm hoping that things definitely turn around for the better in 2025, and I have zero doubt, as sure as I am, that the sun is coming out, 12 hours from now, God willing.
That's right.
I'm
That's
sure
right.
that it will be a year to remember. But just the same, a lot of this is for the good. So it's ultimately it's all for the good, but we got to stay on our toes. We got to stay grounded. We got to stay diligent in the work, and surround ourselves with the community, sharpen the axe, and stay ready. Because
Thank you.
When we got this type of talk going on and this type of vibration, this type of ripple effect that potential content like this could have, it that doesn't come without a contrasting energy, right? They're gonna try to oppose it, so they're gonna pull an okey doke.
Yeah, you got to stay frosty. That's what I tell people. If they said that aliens landed on the the White House lawn, like I wouldn't be the first one running over there, bro. Nah.
Well, look,
nah.
only because you said the word, and I told myself I wasn't gonna say it, right? But you said the word, you said it. But there's a reason why. Well, let me start by just some Snapple fun facts. There's over 200 Hollywood movies made about aliens. Fun fact number 2, our government has a department that is intertwined with these producers for research. Okay.
Yep.
And there's billions of dollars that were poured into these movies as well. So we have been programmed to accept an ideology and a perspective of what may not be in our reality, right? I think that the technology that exists is far beyond what we have now. So,
for sure. I read somewhere that governments are 300 years into the future of technology. They're already 300 years. They're just not. They don't give it to us. They're
And,
not showing it to us.
yep. And on the subject of planning,
Mhm.
what's your plan, everybody?
Yes.
What's your plan? And within the next 24 hours, I'm gonna have my 2025 calendar. I challenge everybody to do the same.
Yes.
Because without your plan, you're just drifting. Without your plan, you're probably more anxious than you should be. Because with
Hmm.
your plan, you can remember I done sat down for all this time, keep coming back to it, and I'm working this plan.
Yep.
As you move through your calendar, you should you should be hitting your mark. You should be aiming
Hmm.
high, so that if you fall
Hmm.
short, you just fall a little,
Yep.
fall in clouds.
Yep.
That's the type
Yep.
of difficulty.
We're big on that. You already know I'm Denzel. I push brothers to
Man,
get your
that has
calendar up,
changed,
man.
absolutely changed my entire life.
Yeah, I got
It's
mine
like,
right over here, bro. I got a yearly
boy,
calendar and I have one in the room too. And yeah. Yeah.
yep, yep. And
So
man, that's that. Like, work the
what
plan.
will work the plan? Well, guys, thank you so much. Denzel, stay right there. I'm gonna exit right now. Toto and Angel, thank you so
Thank you.
much. So we can wrap this up, man. Peace and love, gentlemen.
Blessings.
Indeed.
Thank you. Thank you. Blessings. Blessings. Uh, all right, bro. Ooh,
Well,
whew.
man,
Wow. Yep. Yep. That was amazing. That was amazing. That was amazing. I mean,
it
yeah,
gives you a charge to like go do some shit. Now, like everybody
for
got,
sure.
it's like planting seeds. It
Mhm.
looks like nothing, but the
Yeah.
more you
Yeah.
nourish that soil, the more you nourish those seedlings.
I just left the I haven't been too much on the social media, but I just left the posting. I don't know if you've seen it. I know you I noticed you're not on social a lot too, which is great. But the last posting that I made was a talk, a brief, like a 1 minute thing. And I was talking about success and how success is like a seed that it starts in the soil quietly. It doesn't, demand any attention, or it doesn't, shout out any announcements. It's quiet and still. And while it's working in the dirt until one day it rises tall for everyone to see. So there's power in that, just keeping things to yourself. Like you said, Denzel, make your plan, write it down, put some dates on it. Some of the masters, they talk about, how you manifest. You write it down. You write down what is it, and talk in the present tense. Like I am making this much money. I am driving this type of car. I am in this house. I am traveling like that.
Right.
It's just beautiful. Mhm.
Right. That's truly how you're supposed to use your language. That's how you're supposed to use your attention, and that's what we're about here at OMZL. It's like, all right, take all your trauma. First, start in the ice. Like you're here in the ice now, so you can't think about nothing. Now you get to realize how much power and brain space you actually have to do something with what you
Mhm.
have, and the deeper you get into OMZL, the deeper you get into yourself. Because quite frankly, we don't do any healing. We just open the way for the healing to occur. So like the deeper you tap in, the more you'll find that okay, I do have things that I want to manifest. I do have desires. Then create the plan, work
Mhm.
the plan,
Mhm.
watch it unfold, people.
Yeah, and then you have to be specific too. This is another thing that I'm noticing, Denzel. You have to be specific,
Mhm.
because if you go, I want to be rich, that's nothing. You're not being specific. The universe works like a machine, like a computing machine, where you put in some information and then you get out what is it that you want.
Yeah,
It's like a 3D printing machine.
just to
That's
get
what it is.
for like some people can feel like this is all woo woo talk and all that. I want you to everybody to Google, write this down. It's called your reticular activating system. Us as human beings, we're meant to see it and then like and then do it.
Mhm.
And the more that
Mhm.
you see, like that's how you do it, and you just
Mhm.
start doing it. So challenge yourself to start activating that system through intentional
Mhm.
food for thought, intentional food for your attention, and all the books you're reading, the people you're talking to. Man, I'm telling you, it's going to
Yeah.
happen for you. It's not even going to happen to you.
You, you
Things you're
know,
going
it,
to make
it's
happen.
funny you should say about that, because when you're in the ice, it's a fact, bro. This is scientifically proven. It activates your reticular activating system.
Yep.
Could people go, what's that? That's when you buy a car and you've never seen the car before. Now you're bored and you're driving it and you see the car everywhere. You buy a pair of shoes. Nobody's got my shoes. Then you buy it. Now you go, everybody got my shoe. It's activating that in the back of your brain. But that's what the freezing cold water does. It brings you into the present moment. So that way, when you see those opportunities, they were there all the time. You just didn't see them. And
Yo,
then you're able to move forward. Mhm.
yo, yo, yeah. But just to bring it home, man, I found the architect that I needed to base. It's like that's my Mr. Miyagi. The dude is arguably the best in Savannah, and it took every single architect here to say no for that one guy to say yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
everybody keep going. It's right there. You just gotta move through what's not right to know
Mhm.
that, all right, this is what I need right the frick here, because I don't tried
Yeah,
everything else. You can't even see my eye
that's
right
right.
now. I can see you.
Yeah, right.
The
Yeah,
focus
it's
gotta be
easy.
for you.
Yeah, you
That's what the
just
crowd is for. You gotta know through that, they call it fail fast, or like, nah, just learn fast. Like,
that's it.
gonna
That's
be
it.
okay.
Yeah, some people, how am I going to do it? Don't worry about that. Oh, but I'm not good enough. Don't worry about that. Don't
Yo,
worry about let God or the universe or whatever name you box you want, whatever label you want to put on that thing. Let that worry about those things.
yo,
Just keep moving forward. You don't know how many times I'm leaving some good content about encouraging people and motivating them and discipline and persistence, and then I don't see some of those things in my life, right? And then I'm like, imagine if everybody just gave up just like that. Just didn't do, you would have no champions, no professional athletes. You wouldn't have people writing books on mastering and all of those things. If people just gave up, you just have to keep going, no matter, walk by faith and not by sight.
yo, yo, because we're all here to create something, unless you just want to be a destroyer. No
That's
one
right.
do
Wouldn't
that.
do that. Just keep creating, keep
Wouldn't do that.
going. Thank you so much, brother Denzel, for
Indeed.
co-hosting with me, man. Wow, man, it wouldn't have been the same without you.
Yes, indeed. Tell us, do we have any more men's retreats coming up in 2025?
Yeah, thank you for mentioning. Yeah, might as well throw that plug in right here. Yeah, so what we have coming up is in March. We are having the Purple Sage Gathering again. So
Sir,
that brother MC Eli
sir.
Costello, he's
Yeah.
the MC for our events. He's
Okay.
locked in, bro. But
Okay.
we just had one some weeks ago, and many artists and all that. But now we're having one in March.
Uh huh.
That's what we're gonna open up the new year with right there.
Hmm.
Then we're also working on some men's retreats. We're gonna do some short ones again, like we've done in the past, and you've helped me host some before. Super powerful, right?
Yo.
Super powerful. I mean, guys are still telling me, "Hey, where's that guy Denzel? Like he helped me so much," and held space for me. Yeah. So
Yo.
we're having the men's retreats that are coming up. We're also working on the international one as well. It's going to
Yo.
take place, the way I see it, again in August or September,
Yo.
you know. So that's where the international men's retreat is going to take place. I also wanted to mention the June 21st. That is the summer solstice. That's where we're going to have the huge Purple Sage Festival. Many vendors, many musicians, food, beverages, healing modalities. We're going to camp out overnight. And oh, man, you don't want to miss that one, bro.
Mm. I'll write it down right now.
That's right. Write it down. Well, thank you so much for staying this long. We've done 2 hours, bro. Exactly
Yes,
two
indeed. You're
hours,
locked in
bro.
for forever, man.
Beautiful. Thank you.
365 days. It's nice to take one to just reflect on it. High
That's
powered
right.
individuals.
That's it.
Thank
That's it. Bring your drone. Pack your drone, brother.
you. Already
Trust
know.
me, you don't want to miss it.
You said June 21st?
June 21st. That's right. It's the summer solstice.
All right.
That's
Gotcha.
right. Yep. We're still looking for the venue, or the venue's looking for us, and we're going to meet. The universe is going to show us exactly where we're supposed to be.
Gotcha.
It's going to be huge, man.
That's it.
Thank you
That's
so
perfect.
much, brother. Peace
Y'all
and love. Tap in soon, okay?
indeed. Y'all take care, everybody.
Thank you. Peace. Ah, there you have it, guys. Denzel Hill, appreciate you. Everybody, Toto, Angel, Darian, Liam, Roger. Oh, did I leave anybody out? I'm sure I did, and I don't mean to. But thank you so much for tapping in. Continue the mission, guys. Going forward, here we go. OMZL, Healing Sanctuary. You can find us online. You can also find us on all social media platforms as well. We're continuing. Nothing gonna stop us. I'm full time OMZL. That's what I wanted. I manifested you and everything around me. Peace and love. Thank you. 2025, here we come.